From the director of Spookies comes Invasion of the Mindbenders, or just Mindbenders, part of the Vinegar Syndrome archive, which is number 49 in that series. This was one of those ones where I had no idea what I was getting into. And for the most part, it's one of those movies that I can't honestly say is really good, or even enjoyable, or even worth your time. But for some reason, I liked this one. I enjoyed it, but it's almost a kind of tentative, give it a shot if you're willing, because this is most definitely a high school comedy of sorts, the kind of thing that was really prevalent in the mid-80s, you know, like Porky's or Revenge of the Nerds, those kind of things. We have a group of exaggerated high school characters. They're all wacky, they're all in your face, and it's really hard for the teachers to manage this disruptive class.
All day long I have to deal with students who don't respect me. Then I have to contend with limp-wristed liberal staff members who know nothing about authority or leadership.
In comes a government official who promises them that they can do some wonderful things with these students and turn them around, making them key assets to the school. Now, the principal, being one of those hard-ass principals that you're so used to in 80s movies, he decides that this is the option to do. They're going to almost control them through mind control. They're going to warp their brains and turn them into positive elements within the school. Apart from two of our main characters, we've got Frankie and Crash, two guys who run a radio station that just don't care. They're so just not interested in anything that the man has to offer. They're in their own wacky little world, and everybody just revolves around them. They have no interest in anything other than music and just having fun.
Welcome to the Frankie Lawrence and Crash Hawkins Show! Yeah! What?
So when everybody starts to change within the school, but these two guys, they have to investigate to find out exactly what's going on. It's a simple plot. It's the kind of thing you've seen done before, and at certain points, it does look like a TV special or a TV show. It has that kind of unruly lighting that kind of overly lights everything. It's got these characters that are running around these sets that look as if they don't really belong there. Everything seems to be a little bit exaggerated within the performances. There are some rough around the edges elements within it, and it feels rough at certain moments. But I started to get into the groove of this film the more I spent time with it.
You're the student council president, and we, the students, have a problem. A major problem. All of a sudden, we, the students, have a problem.
And I feel like I'm going to be one of the few people that got into that groove, because it feels like a film that could be rather abrasive at certain moments. It's one of those ones that I could see me watching again and being completely annoyed by the shenanigans of our two main heroes. But when you have a bad guy like the principal, like the government agent that seemed to be really nefarious, you have our two heroes that seem to be up against insurmountable odds. There's a little bit of a mystery going on of what really is going on with these mind control experiments. It does build up a level of fun, and the fact that it's under 90 minutes just makes it an easy enough watch, not overly stretching that runtime and not trying to be too different or too wacky until the final few minutes, where it pushes the boundaries of what the hell are you playing at in a kind of fun way, I suppose. It's not great. I'm not entirely sure I love the ending, but I can live with it.
Probably ruin your chances for getting into Harvard. And imagine how breaking and entering is going to look on job applications.
Mr. Borden, what makes you think we took them?
What the crap?
Mindbenders, kind of fun. Not really like this kind of movie. Definitely, it's more like this kind of movie. I really want to know your opinion on this one. I want to know if you loved it, if you hated it, if you found it somewhere in the middle. I feel like this is one of those movies where I'm going to be one of the lone voices saying that it's worth your time. But at the same time, I know a lot of you people are just not going to like this one. I think. I'd be curious to see from right or wrong, though. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff if you're interested. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com, always in which you can support. Thanks for watching. See you next time.